All right, welcome back to How to Solve a Rubik's Cube with Mr. Papetti. And today we are going to be solving the entire cube. We're going to be doing steps 7 and 8. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a perfectly solved cube. All right, so let's get started. We should remember that our first step is called the daisy. And when we get the daisy, we have a yellow middle with 4 white petals around it. Our second step was called the easy. And what you wanted to do for the easy was to find a daisy petal, find the color that it borders, align it up with that color middle, and turn that side down, that green side down. Now you have 3 petals left to do that with, so I'm going to do that quickly. So what I've just done is I took all my daisy petals and I put them on the bottom of my Rubik's Cube to create a white cross. Now that was in video number 1 of this 4-video series. And if you have an issue with that, please feel free to go back to video number 1 to learn how to solve the white cross. Now our next step is to put the white corners into place. And although this might look like this white corner solved, you know it's not, because it should be blue and red there, not green and orange. Now these steps are found in the second video of the series, how to solve the complete bottom of the cube. So again, I'm just going to do that quickly. Okay, so we have the bottom of the cube solved, and that was step 3, called the 1, 2, 3 move. And all of your color sides should be the same along the bottom of it as well. Which brings us to the middle layer, which is step 4. And the middle layer was solving each edge piece right here. Doing the middle layer move, which is found also in video 2. So I'm going to do that quickly. And now I have my middle layer solved. Step 5 was the R'FR'B2 move. And what the R'FR'B2 move did was it eventually got you to have a yellow cross up on the top of your cube. Now brings me to step number 6, which was the fun move. And the fun move we wanted to do in order to get exactly 1 yellow corner. And then once we had 1 yellow corner, we do the fun move 2 more times. And there we go. Now we have all the yellow pieces up top, which brings us to step number 7. Now there is no fun name for step number 7 except for step number 7. And that's because step number 7 is R prime F, R prime B2, R F prime, R prime B2, R2. What did I just say? Oh my goodness. Well, if you take a look at my background, R prime F, R prime B2, R F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And if we're taking a look at that, those are all notations for different parts of the Rubik's Cube. R is for the right side of the Rubik's Cube. F is for the front side, the side that's facing you. B is the back. So the side that's facing you, the front side, B is the opposite side of the cube for that. And once you know those, the only other notation you need to know with this is that if it says prime, you're going to be turning counterclockwise. And if there's no little apostrophe up there and it's just the letter, then you're going to be turning clockwise. So we're going to go back to our Rubik's Cube video over here, and we can begin. And the goal of this step, step 7, is to get it so these corners all match. So for example, I have red, blue, I've got green, blue, I've got red, green, and I've got orange, orange. So these corners match. So before I begin anything, what I want to do is I want to turn the orange corners so they're on the orange side. And that is going to become the back of my cube. So I'm going to turn my cube around and put orange in the back of the cube. Now that I have orange in the back of the cube, I'm ready to do step 7. I'm going to go R prime F, R prime, B2, 2 turns of the back, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And now by doing that, what I have just done is maybe I made all of my corners match. And now if we look again, I have orange, orange, I've got blue, blue, red, red, green, green. And now I really want to make a match by lining those corners up with their sides. If you don't have matching corners, you probably need to do step 7 one more time, and that should give you matching corners. This brings us to step number 8. And if you're looking at the background behind me, you could see that it reads as a little poem. So this would be an easy way to remember step 8. So it says, FFU, turn the sides down, spin the front around, turn the sides up, and that's enough. And enough is spelled E-N-U-F-F, and that's because it's doing the last 3 turns of the cube in the end of that poem. So it's like a fun little way of rhyming up with enough. But enough with that. We're going to go back to my Rubik's Cube video right here, and we're going to actually do that step. So the first thing that you want to look for is if you have a completely solved side. And again, you might have one completely solved side on your cube, and if that is the case, you're going to put that side in the back. Otherwise, I don't have a completely solved side, so it doesn't matter which way I hold my cube. So I'm going to hold it with green facing forward. And now that poem said FFU, so I'm going to turn the front face, F, F, and then the up face, U, and then turn the left and right side down. So I'm going to turn the left and the right side 1 turn down each. Then it says spin the front around. So when it says spin the front around, I'm going to turn it fully 180 degrees, 2 turns around. So again, I'm going to go backwards 1 second, and that's turn the left and right side down. I'm going to spin the front around, so I turn it all the way around. There we go. So it's 180 degrees or 2 turns of the cube. Now you turn the left and right side back up, and then that's enough. That's U, F, F. And if I'm just looking at that front of the cube, it looks the same, but there is one side that is completely solved. And you should have a one side that's completely solved too at this point. So again, we do have at this time one fully solved side of the cube. So we're going to put that side in the back of the cube. So my fully sides of the cube, the fully solved side is in the back. So that's going to be my back side. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do that last one more time. And we're going to do FFU, turn the sides down, spin the front around, and then that's enough, UFF. So again, here's F, F, U. Then we're going to turn the left and right side down, spin the front 2 turns around, turn the left and right side back up, and then U, F, F. And that there is a fully solved Rubik's Cube. Now, if you still have all your matched corners, but not a fully solved cube, then you want to do that move one more time until you have a fully solved cube. But otherwise, you should be looking at a fully solved Rubik's Cube if you did steps 1 through 8 correctly. Thank you for watching all 4 of these videos that explain the 8 steps of how to solve a Rubik's Cube with Mr. Papetti.
There we go.
Ah! I solved it. There we go.